Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. As I mentioned in my last video, I have an update on my debt payoff plan. When I made that pie chart from my last video and I really looked at everything, I realized that my transportation cost is pretty high. If you watch the video, you would know that my transportation is about 11% of my take-home pay, and actually a little bit higher than 11%. And also the minimum payment on my car is about $383. So that's a pretty large chunk of money. And because of this recent announcement that our student loans are the whole, no interest and in forbearance, that is extended through the end of the year. So another 4 months, and these have been suspended since March of this year. If you've been following my journey, you know that I have not been putting any money toward my student loans. I've just been putting it into a high yield savings account. Whatever I have left over at the end of the month after everything is paid, I put that into my high yield savings account, and my plan was to put about $3,000 or more to my student loans once before the interest started accruing again. And so now that the interest is still not accruing, I'm still not going to be putting any money toward my student loans. And what I've decided to do is put that money to my car instead. Now, I understand that this may not be the best move in some people's opinion. However, I think this will work really great for me because, well, I have a couple of reasons. So first of all, I can lower my interest that I'm paying in general on the car. The faster I pay off my car, the more money I will free up. So if I can pay off my car, I don't think I'll pay off my car by the end of the year, but it will be fairly close. I'm hoping I can pay it off, but I'm not sure yet. But if I do pay it off, that will free up almost $400 of my income. $400 that I could instead put toward my student loans each month, which is crazy. So because of that pie chart, that inspired me even more to want to pay off my car. And because this student loan situation is extended, I think it makes a lot of sense. The final thing is that when I pay extra on my car, it pushes back the due date. For example, I have been ahead of my car payment for a couple of months now because when I first refinanced this loan, I did not have to make a payment for 60 days or something, but I still chose to make those payments. And then I also made an extra payment a few months ago toward that loan. And so it pushed back my due date to November 2020. So technically I didn't need to make a payment until November 2020. And then if I were to pay anything extra toward it, it would keep pushing that due date back. And what this does is, by the time I get to January and I have to start paying my student loans back, granted, that could change as well. That could be extended even longer, maybe another 3 months. So it's a total of a year or something like that. So I'm not sure yet. If I absolutely needed to, or if I wanted to make more progress on my student loans when it comes to that time, then I don't have to make the payment on my car if I don't want to, because it's going to push the due date back probably a year at that point because of how much I'm going to be putting extra to the car loan. I don't know yet if I plan on doing that. I'll probably still make the minimum payment on the car even, when it comes January and I have to start paying the student loans back, just because I would like to lower it during the process. But if I absolutely needed that $400 freed up, I could, because I wouldn't have to pay on the car. In regards to my debt avalanche, my car loan is actually the 4th loan. So I have 3 loans ahead of my car loan. However, they're all fairly close in interest. The highest interest loan that I have is 4.41%, and that is on about $4,000 or $5,000 of a student loan. And then I have 2 more loans that are about 4%, and then I have my car that is 3.85%. So it's not even a 1% difference between the 4 of those. But for the time being, I am moving my car to the top of the debt avalanche because it makes sense, since it's the only thing with interest right now. And I know that this is temporary, and I understand that I can make progress on my student loans, but to me this makes a lot of sense. The other thing we don't know is the status of student loans, just in general. I don't know if they're gonna potentially forgive some student loans in the future, in the near future, or like I said, if the interest continues to be waived for the time being, it could change at any time, so I feel comfortable doing this. I would love to pay off my car by the end of the year, but I don't know if that will happen. And if I don't pay it off by the end of the year, I will just go right back to my typical debt avalanche. But if I don't pay the car off, then I'll owe way less on my car. So it'll probably be like $2,000 or $3,000 left on my car loan versus the $11,000 that it's at now. Now, my plan originally, I was going to wait until the end of September to pull out of my emergency fund that I've been putting that extra money toward. And I actually went ahead and made a payment, an extra payment on my car loan. So I had already made the minimum payment on my car loan of $382.55, and I put an additional $900 today. So I started with $11,166.64. Now my car loan is down to $10,280.77. And I've already set up a transfer of another $1,000 for the month of September to go toward my car loan, and in addition to the minimum payment, and I'll probably be able to put $900 or $1,000 extra. So a total of about $2,400 for the month of September, but I'm not sure yet. So I already do have the $1,000 about to be taken out of that as well. And honestly, I'm excited to be making progress at this point, because I've gone 5 or 6 months or so without seeing a large decrease in my debt, and it's going to be nice to see this start going down again. I will update on my total debt and everything like that in my next video when I do my August update. I'm also going to go into more detail from now on in my money updates, because I was inspired by another YouTuber who shares her debt progress, so I will explain more of that then. But now my car is almost under $10,000, which is crazy, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm really going to try to pay this off by the end of the year. So that would mean I need to kick things into gear hardcore and make at least probably like $3,000 in extra income over the next 4 months, but who knows. As always, I'm open to everybody's opinions and thoughts on the decisions that I make. I don't think I will change this plan just because it makes a lot of sense to me, and it's something I've already kind of committed to because I've put $1,900 already toward this, and I feel like it is the best thing for me to do. I just feel it in my intuition that this is the right thing to do. I know that sounds crazy, but you feel free to comment down below your opinion on that. With that being said, if you do have student loans that need to be paid, let me know what you are doing now that these are deferred again and in forbearance. It's pretty crazy to me, and I'm super grateful that I have federal loans and that I am in that situation, because this has saved me, almost $1,000 by the end of the year. It will have saved me in interest, which is crazy. And then by January, I'm excited to start making even more progress on this debt. So that's my update. Things may change in the future. Of course, I will keep you guys updated, and then I will do updates when, the time comes when I have to start paying my student loans again, and I'll adjust my debt avalanche as needed. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate your support. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video.